Ho, 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 Merry Christmas. Oh, it's not Christmas yet, but it is time for Christmas gifts. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how to make a quick charcuterie board because I know you always wait to the last minute to prepare your Christmas gifts. The key is selecting a nice specimen piece of lumber to make a board, and that way you just cut the edges. Here, let me show you.
This piece of hickory that has this wonderful colorings. So I'm gonna make a charcuterie board out of this. So what I'm going to do is cut it there, and we're going to shape it so it has that heartwood coming through the handle, something like that. So this is the making of a charcuterie board.
Now in this video, I'm not going to explain any fancy woodworking tips. I'm not going to do any elaborate cutting. I'm just going to show you how to build a basic charcuterie board with basic tools. So you could actually do this with a circular saw, but I'm just squaring the edges on the charcuterie board. Now I'm going to run through the planer. You could easily do this with a sander. I happen to have a planer, so I'm using that. So on my table saw, I'm just getting my edges parallel to each other. Now, a simple jigsaw, I'm cutting out the shape of the handle. I'm going to get that shaped up, and then I'm going to shape the bottom. So I just make a little round over on the bottom, makes it nice and easy. So I had my round over bit, and all of a sudden I saw a spark, and I saw this rough edge, and I said, what the heck is going on? Well, I had a cheap round over bit, and the whole bearing fell apart and fell off and just really wrecked this edge of my charcuterie board. So now I'm going to part B. Remember, cry factor for tools. Buy cheap tools and you cry every time you use them. Buy a nice tool, you only cry when you buy it and use it for life. I'll have to get me a new round over bit. So in lieu of my router, I put my disc in my drill sanding pad, and I go to town rounding over all the edges, getting them nice and smooth, putting a little taper on them, get them where I like it. Then I use 3 grits of sandpaper to get to a finished grade so I can get it nice and smooth and dust off the board, get ready for my finish. This is the very simple part. I'm using the butcher block or cutting board oil to put on here. I just wipe it on generously, and I actually will let it set for about an hour before I wipe it off. I like to use 2 coats to get on each board before it's finished. There we go, one charcuterie board. Got one nice coat of beeswax and mineral spirits on it. I'm gonna put one more on it, it'll be done. It's amazing, Sorbs, and how pretty this board turned out. So this makes nice Christmas gifts. So I know I have a few more to make between now and the holidays. Just a recommendation to get started early. So if you liked our video on charcuterie boards, give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more of our projects, consider subscribing down below. And as usual, come back and see me real soon.